real simple way that you can make containers that uses matching specific objects. Now this page already has a graphic and a background. We just need to add the containers and set up the animals as the containees. So to create our containers, I'm going to go over here to my Shapes tool, and I'm just going to add some boxes that are bigger than the animals on the left. Again, that's one thing you need to remember. The container boxes need to be bigger than whatever is going to be contained. Think of it like a basketball going through a basketball hoop. The hoop cannot be smaller than the basketball. Now for each of these, I need to go to the property browser and have it contain a specific object. So for this one right here, we're going to go over to our page browser and then our property browser. And I have this box selected. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. That one. And the correct answer for that one is octopus. So we're going to go down here to the tab that says Container. And right now it says it can contain nothing. Well, I want it to contain a specific object. So I click on that. Now I need to pick what object I want to be selected, and it's the octopus. Click on OK. It needs to be completely contained, which means that it needs to be inside that box. And if I wanted to set a reward sound, I could set that up right now. I don't want to have a sound play for this one. And just like that, that box is set. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one right here, which again, I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but the answer is going to be the turtle. So it can contain a specific object. That object is the turtle. Click on OK. We're good. We're going to do this last box for I'll try one. Cetacea, which is a much smarter way of saying dolphin. So we're going to do specific object, and it can contain a dolphin. Click on OK. And now we're done. Now we need to set up settings for these three images right here. So I'm going to highlight all three of them. Now in the property browser, under container, I just need to click on one thing. Right here it says return if not contained. I need to change that from false to true. What that's saying is that if I put these images in a place where they are not contained, it's going to shoot them back. So basically, if I put the dolphin in the incorrect box, it's going to return it to its original place. Now we have one last step. We need to make sure that these containees are on top of the container boxes, which I can tell it's not. So to do that, I'm going to look at the objects on my page, and I can see turtle, octopus, and dolphin are on the bottom of this layer. So I'm going to take them and move them to the top of the middle layer. Again, whatever you want to put in a container needs to be above the containers. Now we should be set, so let's try it out. We'll take our dolphin, put him in the wrong place, put him in the right place, and he sticks back. Now one last little suggestion, you might want to put a reset button on this page so your students can quickly restart it if they want to redo this activity. To do that, I go up here to Actions, and I'm going to click on Drag and Drop, and we're just going to add a real quick Reset Page button right there. Now the Reset Page is going to reset it to the last save point, and I don't have a save point set up right now. So very quickly I'm going to do a File, Save. It's going to save this, and so now I can move these objects in. Oh, you'll notice the dolphin doesn't fit right there because the container box is not big enough. I was not practicing what I was preaching. And so now that it's big enough, the dolphin will fit in, he will fit in, and now when I click and reset the page, it'll reset the page. I need to adjust this box. If you look on this next page, it just shows a full example of what this page could look like when completed. You'll notice we've added A, B, and C graphics here, so you could use your active votes or active expression devices and let the entire class vote first before having a student move the objects. thereby taking a single student response into a whole class instruction. This will allow a whole number of your students to participate, and the container will serve just to verify they have voted correctly or not voted correctly. Additionally, I've locked down the containers here so the students cannot move them. Hopefully this helps you in creating matching specific objects containers. Enjoy. Active tip, we're going to look at ways that you can set up a container using keywords. Now in this scenario, I have fractions that are going to go into a container for less than half, for equaling half, and for greater than half. I'm going to set up one of these and show you how we could use keywords because I want to have more than one fraction going into one of these containers. So let's do the container for greater than half. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to go over here to my property browser. And then down here I'm going to go to my tab that says container. Now where it says can contain, I want it to contain not anything and not an object, but a keyword. And so then I want to do it can contain the word, and for this we're just going to use the letter C. I think it's best when you're doing containers with keywords to pick short words or pick letters as opposed to typing out greater than half, and you could do big long words, but then you could get into a possible spelling error that messes up your entire container. So again, we want the contain rule to be completely contained, and again, for a reward sound, I don't want to have one for this. And so now I need to go to each of my objects that is exactly, or that is greater than half. So if I look around, 4/5 is greater than half. So I click on it. I need to go up to where it says identification up here at the top, and you'll see a spot for keyword. Well, I need to give it a keyword because it doesn't natively have one. And I want the keyword to be C so it fits into this container. Let's find another one that's over half. Well, over here, 7/12. 7/12 is more than half. Give it a keyword. Give it the keyword C. Now what I'm going to do is highlight all of these guys right here, and then go down to container, and where it says return if not contained, I'm going to click that to true. I'm going to do the same for these guys right over here. And just like that, I've set a container for keywords. So now these are all going to return if not contained because they're not being contained anywhere. But if you remember, this 4/5 I set to keyword C, and this container right here accepts keyword C. So if I put it there, it's going to stay. And the same thing with 7/12. It won't go in A, but it will go here in C. So now if I wanted to do the rest of this, I could just repeat it on steps for A, and then over here on steps for B. On this page number 2, you can see what I've done is I've stacked up the numbers so they fit right here on the left, and they're all set to return if not contained, so I don't have to have numbers all over the place, so every time a student comes up, they can grab a new number and put it in the correct place. This page right here you can download on Promethean Planet in the forums. Just search for Active Tips Flip Charts. Hopefully this has helped you in creating your own keyword container. Enjoy.